Hello traders out there in Traderland, my name's Dez here at Grok Trade. And this is Monday, December 15th, 2014, and thanks a million, Mark, for standing in for me last week while I was gone to the West Indies on the east side of the Caribbean, floating on a nice celebrity ship. Had a wonderful time with the family for some R&R, and I'm back in the swing. It never fails. When I leave on vacation, the markets completely fall out of bed. Mark, even before I left, said, hey, safe voyage. Go out there and have a great time, and chances are pretty good that the markets will just fall apart when you leave. And sure enough, that's precisely what happened, but it didn't come as a surprise to me, simply because we've been talking about the warning of this big drop commencing. And I want to show you a depiction of how we came about this, looking at the spider's daily chart. And you'll see that we are dropping here. Here, let's forget this one. Let's look at this. We're going higher, 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 higher. And the market's just been going straight up. And it's been doing that for some time. Let me bring this down a little bit here. Market's been doing this since the beginning of October, going just straight up, or middle of October, just boom, straight up. The problem is the volume's been drying up, drying up, drying up, drying up. And we have a double top trend reversal pattern. See the M right here? M for murder. Double top trend reversal pattern. And then we drop right here. When we drop, look down here at the volume. The volume is increasing, so you have increased participation on the sell side. So fewer bulls buying, much more participation on the sell side of the markets. And you're seeing it right here. If you look here at a weekly chart, I'm going to look at the volume here last week on this drop. So we go higher, 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 higher here, but the volume goes lower. That's the problem. Now last week we had this big drop while I was gone, boom, to the downside, breaking a big area of support, just nasty, on a big tick higher on volume. Bad news for the markets. However, overall this is a bull pullback, and if I look here at the S&P 500, it's a bull pullback right now to the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement area and the 100-day moving average. I'll tell you, it's a great place to be looking for a bounce. Now here the problem is volume confirms price action. Volume at this moment is not confirming price action. So this is a topping formation that we're seeing in the making. So this is a false bull pullback because of the large volume we're seeing here. So to get sucked in on the bull side, you might get a little bounce here, but that little bounce is what's going to be called a bear pullback. And then we'll build what's be called a head and shoulder formation with the right shoulder being put into place. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens there. And I want to take a look at the banks here. The banks, this is the bank index, largest index on the markets here, and it's found in the NASDAQ. Look at these huge swings, almost a big ugly bull flag here, and this is something to be watching for. We're getting caught up into these moving averages. We have some support areas. Be interesting to see if we can hold it. If you look at the weekly chart, it's a big choppy bull pullback taking place here, but for the week so far we're busting all sorts of support area, and that's bad news. We need to find out the 50-week and the 20-week moving averages will hold as support on the banks. If not, look for a big continuation of red candlesticks in the next few months here. Bad news. Now, let's take a look at silver. Silver daily chart, huge hit. Markets just took it on the chin. Matter of fact, let's go into the market indices. The S&P was off, the Dow off, but the NASDAQ was off more than 1%. Same for the Russell. Bad news. Russell or the banks were off 0.7%. VIX though was down. The fear dropped by 3%. That's interesting. Gold off by 2.6%. Silver off by a whopping 5%. Precious metals got slaughtered, and so did crude oil, again down 4%. Huge drop there. And utilities, which is the defensive sector, down 0.83%. Man, it's just crazy markets right now. There's no rhyme to reason of what we're seeing on the markets. There's things showing drastic bearish indications and other things showing bullish indications. So here looking at silver, just a huge pop on big volume. It looks like this is a bear flag getting ready to break down lower. Gold, same thing, looks like a big bear flag, like it's going to start breaking down. It'd be interesting to see how far gold wants to crash and burn. And let's see here, looking at Apple was off 1.7%, really had a drop here. Who else? Facebook was off more than 1%. Google was off. Now GoPro is off 5.9%. GoPro just huge drop. It just continues to fall out of bed. And then you have Netflix down more than 2%. Taser up by 1.4% after some nice runs. But however, Taser still looks fairly strong here. Be something to be considering. So with that, gang, stay very close to us. We're going to give you the latest of the markets. Right now, the markets are in dire trouble. A lot of damage out there. Big volume on the bear side. However, I'm seeing here that the markets are bulls begging to get back in for a pop. So we could see things get bullish very quickly, but it should be short-lived, and then we'll see a continuation of the markets heading down to the downside. So again, stay close to us, and we'll keep you on the straight and narrow, and we'll keep you abreast of the very latest, and we'll give clarity to what the markets are showing us. Take care.